Hi, my name is Colin SkipperWing Bird, and welcome to a special subset of SkipperWing Draws a Thing, process videos for the Crimson Fly animated comic strip. Today's issue 4, strip number 44. So, in this strip, I wanted to do something that I don't really see a lot of superhero comics make a point of mentioning. It always seems to happen after the fact, or sort of like as an aside, and I wanted to make it more of an explicit thing. The idea that the superheroes are taking an active role in assisting the police and the civil services rather than simply just doing their job for them. And while there usually are story reasons for it, the police are corrupt, it's an emergency that they can't handle, etc., etc. Well, in a situation where they should be able to handle it, why don't the superheroes call in the people who are being paid to do the jobs that they're doing anyway? So yeah, I made a point of it with the Crimson Fly. Also, because as he points out, it's burned him before not working with the police or the emergency services or whoever is the emergency service du jour is. So this time he decides he's going to quote unquote do it right. And if they do need him, well, he'll be there. Also, what I wanted to do, and that was also an excuse to pull out the cell phone, which is an OtterBox case. I'm not being sponsored, but I just love their cases, and I also love the idea of a superhero who has to use regular stuff rather than just look at this magic tech that you can't find in real life. So yeah. On a related note, backgrounds. I hate them. I hate them a lot. And how ironic is that I hate backgrounds and I decided to set my superhero comic in a city. Good job, me. Similarly, I hate animating fire. Guess what this is about? Fire. So, on a completely unrelated note, the Crimson Fly is unmasked for the first panel of this strip. And also the first strip of this issue, even if it wasn't blatantly apparent. So why can't we see his face? I don't want you to. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. There's no real super mystery behind it, but I want to sort of maintain the idea that there is by hiding his face. And when it comes, it'll be a surprise, or not. I don't know. Either way, I didn't want to show his face in the first volume. I wanted the entire story to be about his superhero persona and getting people to like that first before diving in at the man behind the mask, or the boy behind the mask. He's like 14. Which, that's actually a rant for another day about why Spider-Man calls himself Spider-Man. But yeah, back on target, this week's strip also was a little bit of a rough spot for me for multiple reasons. For one, last week I got into a car accident. That sucked a lot. And that put me back. So I didn't really get started until Saturday evening. Secondly, I decided that I didn't like Windows 10 anymore and decided to roll back my machine to Windows 8. It didn't occur to me to make that decision after the strip was up. So I did it right before I started working. And because I didn't have the original rollback information, I had to do a completely clean install, which meant I didn't lose any data because the Crimson Fly and SkipperWing Draws a Thing and pretty much all my important files were backed up to remote hard drives. But I did lose all my programs that had to be reinstalled and preferences that had to be reset and etc., etc. So yeah, last week sucked. But we got through it. We had Monday's strip, the static strip on time, the animated strip a little bit later in that evening, and we have today's video on Wednesday when it's supposed to be. And that's what I like to do. I like to be responsible with these things for the Crimson Fly because right now, when it's not making money, but my rep is everything, and I want to stick to that. So, yeah, you guys make it worth it. Thanks. And that's it for today's video. If you want to see this strip in its true format, please click the links in the annotations and cards. If you're new, please like and subscribe for more content. This is Colin SkipperWing Bird signing out. I'll catch you peeps later.